Fall is a very sensitive time. I love this time of year. It's a time of volatile weather, depending on where you live. A time of not yet winter, not yet slow and still, but also no longer summer. You know, the squirrels run around and they're busy burying their seeds or collecting whatever they need for winter. Some of the leaves change really quickly and some of them take their time. And as I sit back and reflect on this last lunar cycle, I'm feeling the stillness of fall settling over my body, over my life, and inviting me to slow down, to release everything that isn't necessary and is no longer fruiting. I notice my resistance too. As much as I love this time of year, once the autumn equinox comes, which it just did last week, there's an initial response in me that feels compelled to do more all of a sudden. Maybe it's because I feel like my projects aren't finished, or I have all these ideas that I want to create. But working with the seasons and working with the cycles and the moon has really helped me kind of catch myself when I'm doing that, which I have been doing, and to observe nature around me and kind of remember that there's a season, a cycle, a phase for it all. And while summer was, summer was just like so much energy and outward pouring, and it was beautiful. Now I'm really feeling that like time to come within, time to start nesting, drawing everything closer to home, slowing down, being with nature, being with myself. And I have that resistance. All is here, and it's inviting me into a slower, deeper way of living. And the more that I press against that, the more that I'm like, no, I'm not ready or not yet, the more internal overwhelm I begin to have and experience in my life. So this moon, this coming moon in Libra in October, I have a lot of beautiful things that are here. And I'm really excited to show up and pour myself into them because they are things that I really love and cherish. But in order to do so, I need to take the time to rest, and I need to take the time to come home, let what needs to fall away, so that there is space for all of this to flourish and come into being with ease and grace. Yeah, now is not a time to push or do or over exert myself. That is what fall teaches, and these next 3 moons will be a beautiful invitation into deepening into that slowing down. So that when winter comes, there is an ability to rest, an ability to soak in and receive and be still, for the cycle to start all over and for spring to come next year. But for now, it's time to begin to slowly draw myself inward. And that's just me, you know? Your leaves might change faster or quicker than mine. They may change slower. It's all perfect. It's just if we are listening. And that's what this moon has really taught me. I did a lot this moon. So much so that I didn't even record much of it. and I'm actually quite depleted. So here I am on this balsamic moon, coming into the next October new moon, which will be a super moon, as well as in the sign of Libra, and it will be a solar eclipse. So we're still in the eclipse energy, which is probably intensifying the change of seasons, the change of energies from outward to inward. And I'm really feeling it, but I know that the more I lean in, the more I breathe with it, the more I carve out time to sit here in nature, to observe and witness the squirrels and the trees, and hear the crows caw, the more all of that bullshit and resistance and overwhelm dissipate. And I connect with my heart, my body, and I remember what's really true and real. And that is that I'm alive and I'm well, and I have this gift of life before me. And that's not the case for everyone, you know? We really never know how much time we have on this earth, and Hurricane Helene just came through, and I live in North Carolina, and it basically desecrated, is that even the right word? It decimated Asheville and the western part of our beautiful state. And a lot of lives were lost and a lot of catastrophe happened. You know, so also sitting with that and being with the grief and the overwhelm and the chaos of this changing world and the natural disasters that happen. Yeah, it's a really intense time. I can feel it. And I don't have any answers. I don't have any, and this is what to do about it and how to work with this energy. I really just think that the more I do cycle work, it's not even work. It's really about leaning in and just allowing and becoming more present and attuned to what is. To not push things away, but instead to sit with them, to feel them, to invite them in, to commune with them, to really feel it all, and to be present to what is here. So that is where I am on this moon, and that is how I'm wrapping up this moon, in stillness, in receptivity. Just moments before this video, I was like really feeling the grief and the overwhelm and just the need to do more, and I just sat down. I just turned on the camera and I said, breathe. Talk about what's real and allow. Life is changing. Life is always changing. And I'm really grateful for this waning moon. I'm grateful for this moment to just sit in all of the abundance of what it was, and also all of what is leaving, and all that was. Because tomorrow is a new day, it's a new cycle, and it's a time to begin again in a new way. And for me, that means stepping into this next season with presence, stillness, softness, and a lot of slowness. Winter is coming, and I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy the beautiful nature that is around me. And just to be with my body and my heart. And sending my love to all the families and all the beings and all the animals that were affected by Hurricane Helene. knowing that it will be a really long road to recovery for some parts of the country, but that we're not doing it alone, and that there's so much support and love and prayers being sent out all across the world, not just the nation. Sending my prayers to anyone who's really struggling to slow down and to be with themselves. It's a hard time, it's a fast life, but I truly believe that the more that we listen to nature and we sit in nature and we allow nature to show us how to live, the easier life gets. And that doesn't mean challenges and catastrophes don't happen, it just means that we are present and capable. Yeah, and when I really do sit with nature in my heart and I slow everything down and I come back to like being embodied and alive in my body, the more I remember there's really nothing to do. Life is for living, life is for experiencing, and life is for presence. And presence begins in stillness and softness and slowness. Sending all my love to you. Hoping that you are able to release this lunar cycle with ease and grace. And wishing that whatever you are calling in this next October moon is splendid, delightful, and oh so nourishing for your soul. Sending my love. Are you precious?